Good morning. Happy Friday Focus. Hope everybody's well. Happy 28th of May. Bank holiday weekend. Yeehaw! Hope you're all doing something nice. Well, it's a bit grey today, but it's hopefully it's going to be quite nice over the weekend. It should be good. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about how to plan for growth as a small business owner. This is something that I am completely and utterly passionate about. A bit like profit. Growth. What is the point in running your business if you're not wanting to grow it? What I do is I have a 9-step plan for anybody who's joining me. Please do put in the comments that you're watching me either live or on replay, and I hope everybody will make some comments. Hi Katie, how lovely to see you. So yeah, I have a 9-step plan for all of my clients, and it's a really, really simple plan. We define your position initially. We confirm your goals and your vision. We work on your plan and your KPIs, depending on what your business is, and that can be non-financial KPIs as well as financial KPIs. We clarify a financial structure for your business. We understand your numbers. We track your performance. We catapult your profits, because obviously that's what I'm famous for. Famous? No. We optimize your tax planning, and then we maximize your family income. That is how we work. And it's simple. It's easy. It's not easy. It's hard work. It's blooming hard work. But we have a plan to follow. And when you've got a plan to follow, it makes life a lot easier, I find. So anyhow, how to plan for growth as a small business owner. There is nothing more exciting as a small business owner than watching your creation thrive. And as you experience that success, it's natural. You've got to start to think about growth, and growth is huge. But what does it mean, and how does it work? And it's exciting, but it is also intimidating. So Barclaycard apparently did some research recently, and they found that in order to scale up, you needed to reinvest apparently 29% of your turnover. Who knew? Which is actually quite a scary prospect, I think, personally. So in order to grow your business, you shouldn't think about the company that you have today, but the one that you want to have in your future. This is why we work on your goals and your visions, because I want you to look to the future. I want you to see what it is that's going to excite you, what it is that's going to make you really start working for that goal, because I think it's absolutely key, personally. It doesn't just happen. You've got to put that action in to do it. So what are the steps to scaling up and growing your business as a small business owner? 1, set and map your goals. This is absolutely key. I've just had a client do this, and they said, "Oh, well, we've got them in our head, and we've got them all sort of working out, but." And I said, "So have you got them written down?" They said, "No, not yet." And I said, "So, okay, fine. What I want you to do before our next meeting is I want you to get a big piece of paper. I'm getting a lot of pens." This is a very visual client. Not all of my clients obviously are visual, and if they're not, then this probably won't work for them. But this particular client, she's got this huge, great big piece of paper, a flip chart piece of paper. She's got loads and loads of coloured pens, and she is mind mapping this, and she is planning it all out, and she's looking at it and thinking, actually, do you know what? I don't think that's quite right, but I want it there instead. And she's so excited about scaling up her business that she's putting the actions into place already. We never expected her to put the actions into place quite yet, but she is. Not only that, she's put it on her vision board, and I think this is absolutely huge. So you have to work out what your vision and your goals are, and then start mapping them. So what do you actually want to do? Do you want to Do you want to double your customer base? Do you want to increase your turnover by 50%? Do you want to increase the amount of products that you're selling? Do you want to increase your profit by 50%? Whatever it is, map it out. It's absolutely imperative that you do this. In order to be able to work with somebody else who's going to help you with your goals and your vision, you need to well, no, you don't need to. It's a good idea to have that meeting, that strategy meeting and that goal setting meeting with your accountant or your financial advisor or whoever it is that you're working with. It's also a good idea to bring in your team because their ideas are absolutely key. So what else do you need to do? You need to define and track your KPIs. Now, as I've said at the beginning, your key performance indicators are absolutely key, hence why they're called key performance indicators. They are the metrics to track how well your business is doing. So sit down with your accountant and discuss these metrics and understand why they're so important. It doesn't just have to be your gross profit. It doesn't have to be just your net profit. It doesn't have to be your customer retention. It doesn't matter what it is. It's got to be suitable for your business. So if there are non-financial KPIs that you need for your business, then work out what those are so that you can start to put a formula together to work it out. Consider your cash flow. Now, it's so easy to get excited and get completely swept up with all the nerves and the excitement of growing your business. But how are you going to finance that? As Barclaycard said, 29% of your turnover. Okay, that's really scary. So have you got the money set aside to be able to do this or not? Are you using profit first? If you're using profit first, then half of whatever you have got in your profit account, you can use to reinvest for the growth of your company. If you haven't been doing profit first, then I suggest you start. Have you got a cash flow projection? Have you got a cash flow forecast to show, okay, if I increase my turnover by this amount over the next 6 months, whatever it has to do. So I want to increase my turnover by 50% over the next 6 months. How am I going to do that? It's not going to happen all in one go. There's absolutely no way it's going to happen all in one go. So how are you going to plan it over the next 6 months? Is it going to go up by, 10% for the first month, 20% for the second month, 25% for the third month, 50% for the fourth month, and 50% for the sixth month, whatever. Start planning it in your cash flow projection. Once you can do that, you can then work out exactly how much extra it's going to cost you to increase that turnover. So are you going to need more staff to be able to keep that revenue at that new space? Are you going to need to take on another VA to do some of the work? Are you going to need to increase the marketing and the advertising in order to be able to increase your turnover? What is it that you're going to need to do? You need to look at this cash flow forecast. And I don't mean just plug in a few numbers and hope that it's okay. I mean really do this properly because it's absolutely key. Otherwise, you're going to get to the stage where you've grown your turnover by, say, 30% and, whoa, how am I going to service those clients? How am I going to produce all of those products, whatever they are? How am I going to send them out? I haven't put anything in place. You've got to put the infrastructure in place. It's sort of connected, but it's not connected, but it's quite key. In our local town, they've just passed the planning permission to build another £2,500, another 2,500 houses. Now, in order to do that, you would have thought that they'd have to have their infrastructure sorted out. You would have thought that they would have worked out all the roads. You would have thought they'd work out all the planning and the parking in the town, extra schools, doctors' surgeries, shops, doesn't matter. All that infrastructure, they haven't. They have not planned for that. So when you're planning for your growth of your business, you need to put that infrastructure in place. I'm always talking about getting your foundations solid. If you grow too fast and those foundations are not as solid as they could be, your business will not survive. It will not survive. So please plan ahead. So you also need to think about financing options. Are you going to need financing? Do you need the bank to give you some money, lend you some money? I'll give you, obviously. Do you need a business loan from somewhere else? Have you got a business credit card? Could you put these things onto a business credit card? If you do that, then what's the percentage that you're going to be paying? You need to sort of plan all of this out in your cash flow forecast as well. It's imperative that you do this. Are you buying new big equipment? Do you need to get an equipment loan, an HP? Do you need to lease some equipment? Doesn't matter what it is, but you need to think about it. This is why when you plan it all out, you've got it all written out, You need to think about, okay, fine, I need to have this piece of equipment in order to be able to increase my turnover by 50%. So to do that, I need to get that piece of equipment. How am I going to get that? Where am I going to get it from? What am I going to do? So you need to put that all into place so that you've got a plan. So then you can have it on your wall and you can look at it and you can say, okay, fine. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to source this piece of equipment. How are we going to do that? We need to go to sort this out. Then we need to get the financing for that equipment. Oh, should we do that first? Yeah, I think we should do that first. We need to find out whether or not we can. Oh, but we need to find out how much it costs first. So, and who can you delegate it to? Don't do it all yourself. Delegate it. Apart from anything else, get your team involved in the growth of your company. And when you are planning, please do involve your team because they need to know. They need to know what's coming. They need to know whether they're going to be able to cope with it or whether you're going to need somebody else to help them. So it's really, really exciting growing your company and scaling your company. But there's an awful lot to think about, and careful financial planning and expert advice can really help your business grow at a very, very steady and sustainable rate. You grow it too fast and it will collapse. Yeah, you need to make it just slow and steady. What do they say? Slow and steady. That's how the tortoise won the race, whatever it is. And this will allow you to continue to provide an excellent service to the clients that you've got at the moment. And that's obviously key because you want to be able to have client retention, customer retention, whatever you call it. It's so exciting scaling your business and growing your business. It's so natural to just want to dive straight in, but taking that time to set those clear goals and visions, investigating the financing options, making sure that your KPIs are going to help you accelerate your growth, not just give you that information, but they're actually going to help you accelerate that growth. It's so exciting, but plan it. Please, 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 please plan it. If you want some help on doing that, if you want to know about my 9-step structure in order to grow your business, then let me know. Let me know and I will send that to you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a lovely bank holiday weekend. And any questions, please do come back to me. Love to hear any questions that you've got. Thank you. Bye.